Greetings, I'm Taalik. I had the pleasure of speaking with Taalik, Ibn'rad, and he has a movement slash ministry by the name of the Reality Temple on Earth. And I had the pleasure of speaking with him for several hours today. And I think it's only fair that I do a reaction video to the conversation. And the conversation was on various topics, which was basically centered around African quote-unquote consciousness. And he was a real deep brother, very down to earth, very approachable. He didn't carry himself like a know-it-all. Someone you could talk to and really listen to you. It was such an honor to finally meet somebody over the internet that has an ear to listen, and not only an ear to listen, but will take full action on what they stand for. And I appreciated having that conversation with you, and I do look forward to working with you.
I think so on many levels. Now, local black leadership, I would say, is alive and well and thriving. There's a lot of unknown brothers and sisters on the local level who do an excellent job organizing and leading on the local level. But in terms of a national black leadership front, we are definitely within dire straits. Obviously, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan comes to mind when we talk about black leadership, and I think he has been an excellent spokesman. But in terms of actually leading us somewhere, I'm not aware of any agenda he has to actually improve the condition of black folk beyond talking about it. So we have spokespersons, but we really don't have leaders. Al Sharpton is a spokesperson. He doesn't have an articulated agenda to help black people. To lead, you're taking people somewhere. Leading is action. It is not standing still. So to be a leader, you must have a plan in order to move our people. And I'm not aware of anyone on a national level who has that. We need that, because we're lacking it right now.
Hello, I am called the mighty Angel Snub 7, star of Screen, Stage, and the Ghetto. And I just want to offer my little 2 cents on this thing about black leadership. Right before I made my fantastical appearance, you heard a few words from our brother and friend and Dr. Umar Johnson. And to be quite honest with you, I do like very much Dr. Johnson. He has the potential in and of itself to become a great black leader. However, there's a difference when we talk about black leader. Dr. Johnson calls himself a Pan-Africanist. Well, a Pan-Africanist is good for Pan-Africans. If that's what you want to be, then you cannot be a black leader. If you are the leader of black Muslims, well, that's nice, but you are not a black leader. You are the leader of black Muslims, and for whatever agenda that y'all want to do, Pan-Africanism, whatever that y'all want to do, but that is not black leadership. I concur with the words of Dr. Umar Johnson. I also feel as though he could make a great black leader, as well as a Pan-African leader, but that's not, you cannot be a leader of African Americanists. They don't vibe together because you have a different ideology and agenda for Pan-Africanism, Black Muslimism, Hebrew Israelitism, Kemetism, all these other things that we believe in, whatever. You cannot be a leader of black people in this nation, so-called black people. You cannot lead soul brothers and sisters of this nation, not with that as a foundation and a base. I would hope that, that the issues and the questions with the brother's school, I hope and hope very much that he is successful in that. However, we are speaking of black leadership. And if you are a black leader, I must tell you now, a school is not your top priority. It is not. In the building of this nation, they did not come here to build schools. The first thing that you must provide for your people when these Europeans came to this nation, food, clothing, and shelter, not a school. Schools come later. We worry about education later. So we are in the infancy of a struggle, and our leaders need to guide us and direct us toward food, clothing, and shelter. And I will go more so into detail in this, but I want to make these couple of quick points. A black leader must understand that the majority of soul brothers and sisters don't live in reality. They believe in aliens, they believe in these gods and goddesses, and they believe that they are queens and kings, although they've never ruled no nation. They wait on something to come save them, and all these, they don't live in reality. So a black leader must be able to understand that he or she is dealing with the people who really don't have it all. They see things in a fictional fantasy type of way. They can't see things in its reality. That's why they are stuck where they are. Because a fictional fantasy solution cannot solve a real problem. A black leader must include all of us who are African Americans, all of us who are soul brothers and sisters in this nation. You can be atheist, you can be black Muslim, you can be Hebrew Israelite, you can be Republican, you can be Democrat, you can be homosexual, your wife can be a Caucasian person, your husband can be a Caucasian person. You can be a dope pusher. Wherever you find our people, you are their leader, and they have accepted you as a leader. So as a black leader, you must accept all of us. But if you are a black Muslim, you cannot. You want people to do what you feel they need to do. And you're biased and prejudiced against this group. And why you love and cuddle up with this, that's not how it works. You want to be a black leader who is fair and love all our people. I'm not trying to convert you to no religion. I'm not trying to convert you to some black colored political idea. I want you free. I want you to have justice and equality. I want you happy. All those other things, once you get happy, y'all can have a good time arguing and debating back and forth. But the first thing that must happen is that this black leader must liberate you physically, and hopefully through the physical liberation can gain you your mind to be liberated, because then you'll begin to see reality instead of your reliance on fiction and fantasy. A black leader must concentrate at this time in our infancy on food, shelter, and clothing. I put clothing on the end because y'all got plenty of clothes. We don't have to worry about being naked no time. So we can get our clothes, but we need to control our food, and then we must certainly concentrate on shelter. What must a black leader do? A black leader must support our farmers. The number one valuable person or people that we have at this time is our farmers. You and I, we must get out of the Caucasian, European, Western, the kitchen of Western civilization. You must get out of it. And some of you talk all this business stuff, or we need this business. Farming is important because you got to eat. You got to maintain this physical body for you and your children. Farming is $1 trillion business. Food can be sold not only in America, but around the earth. Everybody wants food. Everybody needs food. But for some reason, black people, we feel shame to go into the earth and make out. There's nothing shameful about that. It's a wonderful thing. But you have been, like a brother said, we have been disconnected from nature. When I was a child, I played in wheat. I played in soybeans. I played in cotton. My grandparents were sharecroppers. I was raised among chickens and pigs and farm animals, and I ate peaches straight from the tree, and pecans and walnuts straight from the tree, and apples and all that. Planted watermelons and the cucumbers, and oh wow, y'all just don't, woo! And you go outside and you smell the cucumbers and the watermelons and all these smells from fruit and vegetables, and that had little or no pesticides on it. Oh man. When you grow and control your own food, in that process, you employ people. We need to be farmers and raise the wheat. Don't you know wheat and corn, because people could not grow wheat and corn, it destroyed civilizations and nations. And because of corn and wheat, it made nations strong and vibrant. Wheat is so important. Don't you know that's why it says in your religious scripture, oh God, give us our daily bread. There is no place that you can go around the earth where somebody don't have some kind of form of bread, whether it's made out of wheat or something. They eat bread. There was a black leader, and I'm not going to say his name, but y'all can probably guess because I talk about him all the time. But he was talking about this a few years ago, has made no attempt to do it, because all your resources, everything you do, you need to go into the earth. You got to have land. You got to grow your own food. Food is number one priority. Shelter. There should be an effort to buy a town where you can mold your farms around that town, and all the people who's helping in the farms, y'all can live in that town. They was talking about Detroit. We'll do it in Detroit. Detroit is there for the taking. East St. Louis is a good place. It's all black. East St. Louis is all black. Black mayors and council people, black people run East St. Louis. It's dilapidated, but if you brought your money and supported and you bought farmland around East St. Louis, oh, wow, y'all, you're playing games. You're really seriously playing games. And the reason why you're playing games is because you do. Just like Dr. Umar said, you lack black leadership. These people that you call leaders, they don't have a plan. They don't have vision. And just like one of them did say, without vision, the people perish. And you're slowly dying, little by little. You're not getting better. You're growing more weaker and sick. And because you feel so hopeless, your reliance on these gods and these spooks and all this stuff that y'all believe in, you get stronger in your faith because you see no other way out. Although these gods and these aliens and these motherships and all these other little creatures that y'all talking about, they never come to save you. But you still believe them because now you're just so hopeless. You lack black leadership. And when you support leadership, that leadership must be directing you back to land. That leadership needs to be directing you back to the soil, back to growing, back to being a farmer. That's where you need to start off at. There's no shame in that. You know why? Because you got to eat. All that other stuff that y'all talk about don't mean nothing if you can't eat. So if you're not eating your own food, whose food are you eating? The chemicals provided by racists. Y'all need to think about it. And I would hope to contact Dr. Johnson, and perhaps we together can bring us that black leader that we lack. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. I'm the Angel Stumped Up 7. Until next time, love, peace, and soul. Love that.